Good morning, all of you. Please respond whenever I'm asking any question. Please respond. Okay. Good morning, all of you. I hope you all are doing good.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes. Good morning. Okay. So today is the last section for this particular semester. Okay. So all of you, be prepared well for all the subjects for this particular semester. Okay. So today we'll do a small revision on CTE. Okay. That means we'll do a revision on C. Okay. Most of them you are not getting how to execute the programs. Okay. So today I'll execute those particular programs by making use of the compiler. Okay. And we'll run all the programs based on printf scanf functions. That means first we'll see about the data types, okay, and what are the different types of format specifiers we are using, okay, format specifiers we are using, okay, and next what are the input and output statements we are having, okay, and in that input output statement how we are going to use this particular format specifier. Okay. So next after that we are having decision making statements. Okay. As you all know that we also have finished about the operators. Okay. Then decision making statement. Okay. And looping statement. Okay, looping statements. Okay, then after that what you have seen about the switch statement. Okay, then break statement, then continue. Okay, these all we have seen. Okay, then after that we have learned about arrays. Okay, then after that we have learned about functions, pointers. Okay, in functions only, whenever we have seen about the different categories of functions. Okay, at that particular point of view, okay, we also have learned about the parameter passing mechanism. In that parameter passing mechanism, we have learned about the pointers. In that particular pointers, we have seen about call by value and call by reference, two different parameter mechanisms that you have seen here in the functions. At that particular point of view, I have explained about the pointers. Okay, and then the last thing you have learned is about structures and union. Okay, so all these particular topics you have covered. Okay, before this we have seen about what is C, what is the history of C, and what is the basic structure of C. Okay, so then after that we have also learned about what are variables. Okay, variables, identifiers, okay, constants. Okay, all these topics we have previously covered. Okay, so we'll try to execute all those particular programs here. Okay, so main thing you need to concentrate on input output statements. Okay, most of them you are not getting 100% ELA program output because of this particular input output statement. Okay, because most of them you are getting 50% executed, 75% executed, like that you are getting. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. So that means you are doing some of the mistakes in reading the data and printing that particular data. Okay, for every program, whichever the program you want to execute, for all the programs, okay, whatever the program you are writing, for that the code will be similar. Okay, the logic of the program will be correct. Okay, but the way of reading that particular data, the way of printing that particular data will be various. That means in the test cases you need to see about what is the input they are giving and what is the output you are getting. Okay, based on that one, you need to write that particular logic of that particular program. So in order to do that one, okay, you have to check what are the different kind of format specifiers I am using in printf statement and scanf statement. Based upon that one, okay, the program execution will be dependent whether it is 100%, 50% or 75%. Okay, in some cases, most of them what they will be do, they will be giving the printf statement, scanf statement correctly. That means the input and output they will be giving correctly, but the logic of the program will be missed. Okay, at that particular point of view also, you will be getting that particular program execution as 0%. Okay, so that's what in this today's session we'll come and we will be able to know about what are the different kind of concepts that you have learned in this particular CTE. Okay, we'll try to execute here. Okay, so in the first thing, okay, we have seen is data types. Okay, what are the different kind of data types we are having? Okay, basically we will be having 4 different kind of data types. Okay, they are nothing but what? Primitive data types, derived data types, and user defined data types. Under primitive data types, we will be having basic 4 data types, that is int, char, float, okay, double, void, okay. Those are said to be as a basic data types. Okay, then coming to the derived data types. Okay, so derived data types are nothing but what? Arrays, functions, okay, structures, unions, all those things will be coming under the derived data types. Okay, and for this particular int, okay, whenever we are using int scanf function, okay, the format specifiers that you are using for int is nothing but %d, or I can also use %i. Okay, I'm explaining about the eLabma, okay, in eTools. Okay, so these are the 2 different format specifiers you can use. Okay, either %d or %i. Okay, if I'm specifying that one as float, then I'll be making use of %f. Okay, and if I'm declaring any variable with long float, okay, then what happens? I'll be using %lf. Okay, and in the same way, if I'm using long int, okay, then I'll be making use of %ld format specifier. Okay, why? Because of this thing only you are getting this 50%, 70%, 0% execution. Okay, to overcome that one, you need to check this particular format specifier. Okay, for char, we will be making use of %c. Okay, so whenever we are using %c in scanf, okay, whenever you are reading any variable at that particular point of view, you have to make use of %c for reading that particular character. Okay, and so if you want to read the string directly at that particular point of view, we will be making use of %s format specifier. Okay, and if I want to specify unsigned, okay, unsigned int, okay, at that particular point of view, okay, unsigned, at that particular point of view, I'll be making use of %u. If I'm specifying that particular data type as short int, at that particular point of view, I'll be making use of h. Okay, and in the same way, we are having integers of different types, octal numbers, hexadecimal numbers, like that, right? If I'm specifying octal numbers, okay, at that particular point of view, integer of type octal. Octal numbers contain they are collection of numbers from 0 to 7. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. The combination of that particular number, whenever we are specifying, okay, for octal, okay, for octal numbers, okay, we will be using %o format specifier. Okay, if I am using hexadecimal numbers, okay, at that particular point of view, either I have to use small e, small e or capital E. Okay, so these are the different format specifiers that you are going to use. Okay, and if I am using double, okay, so float me use station, float ke badal I am using double. Okay, at that particular point of view, I'll be making use of %lf. If I'm specifying long double, variable, at that particular point of view, I'll be using capital LF. Okay, so these are the format specifiers. And before this particular format specifier, okay, in between percentile and that particular format specifier, either D, I, O, X, L, LF, D, whatever it may be, if I'm specifying some particular width, okay, then, okay, percentile 9F or 9.2F. Okay, percentile 9.2F and a format specifier ni use chesanu అని అనుకోండి. అంటే ఏంటి, whatever the number I am reading, it is consisting of 9 digits, but I want to print only the first 2 digits of that particular number. At that particular point of view, I'll be specifying that one as percentile 9.2F. Okay, floating point flow. If I have given only percentile F, okay, then what happens? For example, if I have given some particular variable as float, A is equals to 10 or 10.2, like this if I have given. I want to print them. Okay, I'll be using in the printf statement as printf percentile, A is equals to percentile F, A and ichanu. On my output, I'll be getting that particular value as 10.25 zeros will be displayed on your output screen. Okay, I don't want to display all this 5 different zeros after 2. I want to display only the first 2 digits after decimal point numbers. At that particular point of view, I'll be specifying that one as percentile dot to F. So it will be printing that result as 10.20. Like that. Okay, if I'm giving that one as any number with minus, then what happens? It will be taken to the left justification. If I'm giving only 20, then it will be giving 20 spaces. Then it will be after that, what is the characters you have entered, that particular characters will be displayed. Okay, that is the thing we are going to see here in today's session. Then coming to the operators, we have seen about arithmetic operators, logical operators, special operators, okay, conditional operators, relational operators, bitwise operators, okay. All these particular operators we have seen and you have written the program. Coming to the decision making statement. Okay, so in every program compulsory we will be making use of this decision making statements and looping statements. This decision making statements are nothing but if statements, if else statements, okay, nested if else statements, okay, and else if ladder. These all are said to be as the decision making statements. Okay, coming to the looping statements, we will be having about while, do while, and for loop. Okay, switch statement, as you all know that switch will start with the switch keyword. Okay, and every switch will be consisting of n number of cases. Okay, if any one case is satisfied, then it will be executing that particular case. And in that case, either we will be making use of break or continue statement. If I want to execute only one case, at that particular point of view, I'll be using break statement there. If I want to execute the second case also, at that particular point of view, I'll be using continue statement. Okay. And next coming to the arrays. Array is nothing but what? It is a collection of data of homogeneous data. That means same type of data I'll be storing. So I'll be representing that one as in A of 10. Then what happens? I can store 10 elements into my array A. Previously what happened? Each and every variable is having the capacity to store only one value. To overcome that one, we are making use of array. Okay, so the array is nothing but it is a collection of homogeneous data. Okay, so it can be written of any type. Okay, char A of 10. Then what happens? A will hold only the character value. If I have given float, then A will be holding only the floating point value. Okay, to overcome that particular drawback, then what happens? We are making use of structure. So structure is nothing but what? It is a collection of data of different data types. That means in the structure, we are storing integer type, float type, and character type data. Okay, all that heterogeneous data is stored here in this particular structure. And the memory allocation will also be allocated for each and every individual member. Okay, if I have taken char, for char How much amount of memory you have allocated, that much amount of memory will be allocated. Okay. So then coming to the int, okay, 2 bytes of memory, float 4 bytes of memory will be allocated. Okay. So here what happened, the wastage of memory is occurring. So to overcome that particular drawback, we are making use of union. So union means what happened, it is also a collection of heterogeneous data, but here what happened, it will be searching for the largest data type. Which data type is holding the largest memory? Within that particular memory only, all the remaining data will be stored. So at that particular point of view, each and every member will be accessing at a time. Okay. So these all are the concepts that you have covered here in CTE. Okay. Now we will try to execute that particular program by making use of online C compiler. Okay. So all of you know that the basic structure of C. Okay, the structure of C is consisting of 6 sections. Okay, the first section is said to be as an what? What is the first section of C?
Documentation section.
Yes, the first section is nothing but it is a documentation section. So in the documentation section, what you are doing? We are writing the name of the program and author of the program. Okay, coming to the second section. What is the second section we are having?
Link section.
Yes, link section. Okay, there what happened? We are including all the header files by making use of preprocessor. Okay, and then what is the third section we are having?
Definition section.
Global declaration section.
No, it is an definition section. Okay, third section is said to be as an definition section. So which is used for defining all the symbolic constants that you are going to use in your program. Or you can also define your definition of that particular program. Or you can also define the formulas that you are going to use in your program. And all these things should be a comment line. Why means these comment lines are non-executable statements. That thing you should not forget. Okay. Then coming to the fourth section, what you are having? The fourth section is nothing but, yes, global declaration section. Good. Okay. So in global declaration section, what you are doing, ma?
Global variables or global functions.
Yes, you are going to declare both global variables and global functions. It is up to you whether you want to declare the variables and functions. Means you declare both. If you want to declare only the variables, then declare only global variables. If you want to declare only the function, then declare function. But the main purpose of this global declaration section is that we will be declaring both global variables as well as global functions. So global variables means what? What are global variables? Yes, it can be used in more than one function. That means I can use that particular variables in the main function section as well as the different kind of functions that I am using in subprogram section. Okay, in that particular functions also I can use this particular variable. That is the main purpose of declaring the variables out of the main, that is nothing but in global declaration section. Okay, and so we will be specifying that the variables which are declared in global declaration section are said to be as a global variable. Okay, and the functions which are declared in global declaration section are said to be as global functions. Okay, then what is the fifth section we are having?
Main function section.
Yes, the fifth section we are having is main function section. Okay, so this main function section is the main heart of your program. So your main function section should start with opening flower braces and it should be terminated with closing flower braces. And in between this one, we will be having, what will be having?
Executable part.
Yes, we will be having two parts. The first one is declaration part and executable part. Okay, and in the declaration part, what are the variables we are declaring here?
Local variables.
Yes,
Local
they are good. Okay, they are said to be as local variables. That means we are going to use that particular variables only in this particular main function. We can't use out of that particular main function. Okay, so that means the declaration part is used for declaring and initializing variables, and it is also used for declaring the function. So what are the variables and functions that I am declaring here in declaration part are said to be as what?
Local variables and local functions.
Yes, they are said to be as local variables and local function. That means within the main function only I can use that. Okay, and between this declaration part and executable part, you have to make use of clear screen function. What is the purpose of using clear screen function?
We'll be clearing all the output which we executed before.
Yes. Okay. Previously, what are the programs that have been executed? That program's output will be present on your output screen. So you'll be getting confused. What is your output? What is your program output? So to overcome that one, you want to clear all the previous programs output. So in order to erase those outputs, we'll be making use of clear screen function. So this clear screen function will be clearing all those particular outputs, and what is the output of your program is there. That one only will be displayed on your output screen. So that's what after declaration part, you have to use the clear screen function. So that's what we are going to specify, that the declaration, the clear screen function should be specified between declaration part and executable part. Okay, and in the executable part, what you are doing?
We're writing the logic.
Yes, we are going to write the complete logic of the program in the executable part. Okay, and what are the functions that you are calling here in the executable part are said to be as what? You are declaring a function either in global declaration or local declaration, and you are calling that particular function, whatever the function you have declared in the declaration part, you are calling in main function. That particular function is said to be as what?
Called function.
Oh, it is an calling function. Okay, calling. Okay, calling function, executable part lo. Okay, and the function is consisting of what? Three different parts. Okay, first one is function declaration, then second one function call, and third one is function definition. So this function declaration will be performed either in the global declaration section or in the local declaration section. Then after that, function call should be performed here in the executable part. Okay, once this particular function is called, okay, then we'll be specifying the particular function as calling function. So the arguments that are present in calling function are said to be as actual arguments. Okay, the arguments which are used in the calling function are said to be as actual arguments or actual parameters. So మీరు ఇక్కడ ఎక్కడైతే ఎగ్జిక్యూటబుల్ పార్ట్ లో ఫంక్షన్ ని కాల్ చేశారో, ఫర్ దాట్ పర్టికులర్ ఫంక్షన్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు రైట్ ద ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇన్ ది సబ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ సెక్షన్. ఓకే, సబ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ సెక్షన్. ఓకే, మెయిన్ ఫంక్షన్ ఉంది. మెయిన్ ఫంక్షన్ లో 2 parts కదా. So I'll be calling one particular function as factorial. First I'll be declaring the function. Okay, then after that in the executable part I'll be calling this particular function. So this function is said to be as calling function, and this statement is said to be as function declaration. Okay, function declaration. Then what you need to have? You need to have the function definition. So here we will be printing that particular statement, and function definition will be specified in the 6th section, that is nothing but subprogram section. Okay, in subprogram section we are going to write the logic of the program. What is that? In fact, in sum n, and I'll be writing that particular logic here. So this particular statement is said to be as called function. ఓకేనా, సబ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ సెక్షన్ లో మనం లాజిక్ ఏదైతే రాస్తున్నామో ఆ కాలింగ్ అయిన ఫంక్షన్ కి దాన్ని మనం ఏమంటాము? కాల్డ్ ఫంక్షన్ అంటాము. ఓకేనా, అండ్ కాలింగ్ ఫంక్షన్ లో ఉన్న పారామీటర్ ఎన్ అనేది ఉంది కదా, ఈ వేరియబుల్ ని మనం ఏమంటాము అంటే యాక్చువల్ ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్. ఓకేనా, కాలింగ్ ఫంక్షన్ లో స్పెసిఫై చేసిన ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్ ని ఏమంటాము?
Actual argument.
Actual argument. Okay, and what are the arguments that you are using in called function?
Formal argument.
Then they are said to be as
Formal argument.
yes, good. Okay, formal argument. So whatever the value you are giving as an input to n here, okay, in calling function, same value will be mapped here in the called function session. That means whatever the input you are giving for actual argument is mapped to the formal argument. Okay, this is about the functions. Okay, and the functions are again of two types. They are library functions and user defined functions. Library functions are nothing but which are already predefined in the C library. Okay, and user defined functions are the functions which are defined by the user. Okay, then coming to the categories of functions, we are having 4 different categories of functions. Okay, first one is has argument and has return type. Okay, these are said to be as categories. Okay, has argument, has return type. Okay, has argument, no return type. Okay, next one.
As written.
Yes, no argument.
As written.
Okay, no argument, has return type. Very good. Has return type. And the last fourth one we are having is no argument and
No return type.
return type. Okay, so these all are the 4 different kind of categories of functions. Is it clear? And then coming to the last topic we are having is so has argument annappudu em chestunnamu, in the calling function you should specify int, argument should be present. Okay na? Has return type means compulsory it should be of either long int or float, whatever it may be. Okay, so that means this particular function is having argument and it is also having return type. Okay, and second one, has argument, no return type. You will be having argument, but you won't have return type. So at that particular point of view, I will be writing void. Okay, and in the subprogram section, okay, that means in the called function, we won't be having any return 0 statement, but we will be printing that result there itself. Okay, and then coming to the third category, no argument, has return type. So at that particular point of view, has return type means I'll be writing that one as in no argument. So I'll be writing here void. So at that particular point of view, I won't be having any argument here. Okay, it won't be taking any input from calling function to the called function. So here also I won't be having n, but I'll be declaring here only some n value and I'll be using that particular value there itself. Okay, and coming to the last one, no argument, no return type. So at that particular point of view, I'll be writing here void. Void, fact, void. Okay, so subprogram section lo kuda em chestamu, we'll remove this one and we'll write void. The result will be printed there itself. Okay, so now we'll try to execute that program. Okay, I'll share my screen. All of you try to execute in the compiler. Okay, and whenever I'm asking questions, okay, please respond. Okay, you need to tell the program. Okay, sorry, I'll tell the program and you need to tell the statement which I have to run. Okay, we'll go fast, ma. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Please let me know that whether my screen is visible or not.
Yes, ma'am, your screen is visible.
My screen is visible? Okay. So as you all know that, okay, this is your C software. By clicking on that one, you'll be getting this window. So click on Start Turbo C++. Okay, so go to File, select New, till a blank screen appears. Okay. So for every topic, we'll take one example program and we'll try to execute. Okay. the first statement of my program. For example, if I want to print hello world, okay, what I have to?
Hashtag include
STDI
STDI.
logo.h. Ma'am, incorrect
Ma'am,
spelling
include
is
spelling mistake, ma'am.
Okay, what is STD?
standard input output functions.
Input output. What is dot H?
Header dot h header file.
Extension of header file and file. Okay, it is nothing but extension of header file. What statement you are including? Conio dot H. Okay. What is Conio?
Command input.
Console input out.
Console input output. It is not command mark. It is an console input output statement will be included here in this particular header file. Okay. Then we will be using int main.
Main spelling is
Main function. So that's what we are making use of this particular opening and closing parenthesis. Then
main
opening.
spelling is wrong, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Main spelling is wrong.
Main spelling is wrong, ma'am.
Plus active. Okay. Next. So what I have to use here?
Printf.
Yes, printf. Printf.
Bracket, double quotes.
I'll be writing hello.
Hello.
Okay. What is slash n?
Q-line operator.
Is a new line operator. That means the cursor will be placed in the new line. Okay. So as I have declared here int main. So what you have to use here? Which statement you have to use?
Percentage d.
Return 0.
Yes. Then 0. Okay. Return statement you need to use. Then close. Simple example program. Okay, now I have typed my program. Then save my program. So go to file, click save as. So now I am in which directory? C, Typo, C3, bin. So I am storing my particular
Ma'am, first we
program.
need to check errors, no, ma'am.
First save your program, then check the errors. Okay, anything. First you can check the errors or save anything. Actually, whenever you are opening a file itself, first you need to save your file. Okay, now by this the file name I am getting here as no name 01.cpp. Right? I am not writing my particular programs in C++. But what I am doing, I am writing my programs and executing the programs in C compiler. So I need to save my particular file name. So that's what I am saving my particular file in C Argo C3 bin. So you verify seriality program with the line in the row చూడాలి. Okay, so this is my first program. So I am saving the program dot C. So whenever I am speaking P1.c, this no name 01.cpp will be overwritten as
P1.c.
yes, P1.c. So P1.c is already exists. So what I have to do? I need to change that particular name. Okay. So now here previously you have observed that here we will be having the star mark. Once I have changed that particular file name, the star mark will be gone. That means the content is also saved. Okay. So now is used for compiling. So here I am not getting any errors. Errors are 0, warnings are 0. Then compile your run your program by making use of Control F9. Okay, your program output is appear and it went off. So in order to view that one, just press Alt F5. So whenever we are pressing Alt F5, then that particular program output will be used. So here you have seen hello. Okay, and the cursor is moved in the next line and it is blinking. Why means in the printer you have used slash n. Okay, so if you are not using slash n in printer, where the cursor will be?
Beside hello.
On hello.
O. Okay, after O. Okay, this is the first program.
Ma'am,
Okay?
here we have not used the clear screen function, no, ma'am.
Yes, this is the first program I am using, so that's what I have not used. So next
For
program.
second program onwards, we need to use, no, ma'am.
Yes. Why means first program I have executed this one. So second program when I am trying to execute at that particular point of view, this program output will also appear there. can use. For this program also, if you want, you can use. Okay. So why I have not used means this is my first program. So previously I have not executed any program in this particular system. Did you all executed any program in this system in your class? No, right? So the output screen will be clear. So that's what I have not used. Okay. So next, if I want to add two different variables, okay, of type int,
int a comma
A, B, and C, or you can also use sum, okay, any variable, okay, and one method, you can initialize the values here itself.
or by writing printf and scanf.
Yes, ma'am? Yes, ma'am?
Or we can write by using scanf mode.
Second method, you can read those particular A and B variable in scanf. Okay, so first I am telling that one by making use of initialization and declaration. Okay, so here I'll be performing C is equals to A plus B. Put semicolon. I need to print that particular statement. So in the printf, I'll be writing here.
Ma'am, after int a comma b comma c, you didn't use a semicolon, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, so here we'll be using semicolon. Okay, sum of two numbers is equal to percentile D plus. Okay. Okay. So what I have to specify?
C, comma C.
Percentile D. This percentile D value will be the value that is stored in C. So that's what I'll be writing here, C. Okay. So now run your program. Alt F9, zero error. Control F9. Okay, so directly what you got, the result you got, the sum of two numbers is 30. Why means, here I have initialized 10 and 20 directly. So how many times you are executing, the output will be same. Okay, I don't want the same values. I want to change the values of A and B. Okay, at that particular point of view, I will be reading those particular values of A and B by making use of scanf function. Okay. Okay, first I need to specify the format specifiers. Okay, so format specifiers. How many format specifiers?
3, ma'am.
3. No, you have to use 2 format specifiers. Why means we are doing the sum of 2 numbers. So sum of 2 numbers means I need to give the input for A and I need to give the input for B. So that's what I'll be making only 2 format specifiers. Okay. I'll be reading that particular value of A by making use of ampersand A, comma, ampersand B. Okay, if I am performing sum of 3 numbers, at that particular point of view, I will be using the 3 format specifiers. Okay, is it clear for you, ma'am? Somebody may have told it is 3 format specifiers. Right? We are not going to use 3 format specifiers. Why means I am performing here the sum of only 2 numbers. And after performing sum of 2 numbers, I am storing the result in C. So that's what, in order to read the value of A and B, I need to make use of only 2 format specifiers, percentile D. Why means I have given the type here as int. So that's what I am using here 2 percentile D. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. So the sum of 2 numbers will be same. So now check here. So at the down you are getting star mark. That indicates that this particular content is not saved. So press F2. So whenever we are pressing F2, the content you have typed in this particular file will be saved. Okay, so now the star mark is gone. Now compile your program by using Alt F9. So I am getting one error. Okay, what is that particular error? The statement is missing. Here in the scanf function, I have not used semicolon. So that's what it is giving that particular error. Is it clear? So after rectifying this particular error, what I need to do, again I need to save this program. Why means here I am getting start. That means after modifications also you need to save the program. If you are not saving, okay, after 2 or 3 days if you want to execute the same program, at that time again you will be getting getting that same error. Okay, to overcome that one, program. Okay, so just press F2. File your program, 0 error. Now run your program. For example, if I'm doing 10, 20. The sum of two numbers is 30. I'll execute. Here I have not given printf enter the value. Enduku ante in your ELAC they are not giving the statement. Yes or no? Update chesara inta mundu మనం ఏం రాసే వాళ్ళము ఇక్కడ ఎంటర్ చేయాలి అని అంటే printf enter the value of a comma b అని రాయాలి. ఓకేనా? Enter the value of a comma b and run. Okay, now run. Now, previously did you got this enter the value of a comma b?
No, ma'am.
I have not used that printf statement. Okay, so now give some particular value. Okay, a is 30, b is 50. Then I'll be getting the sum is 80. So the sum is 8. Okay. Values a b values change చేసి different inputs ఇచ్చి different outputs ని find out చేయాలి అంటే at that particular point of view you have to make use of scanf function in the value. Okay, so ఇక్కడ నేను int అని ఇచ్చాను కదా, int కాకుండా నేను ఒకవేళ float అన్నాను అనుకోండి. Okay,
Percentile.
here I need to change that particular value. Need to what format structure I have to use?
Percentile F, ma'am.
Percentile. Okay, and so percentile f ఇచ్చాను కానీ నేను ప్రింట్ చేసేటప్పుడు అబ్జర్వ్ ద థింగ్. ఓకేనా, ఫ్లోటింగ్ పాయింట్ వాల్యూస్ ని రీడ్ చేస్తున్నాను కానీ ప్రింట్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఏమి ఇచ్చాను నేను పర్సెంటైల్. అవుతుందా కదా?
No, ma'am.
No, yes, it will be executed. Okay, but it will be printing the result before decimal point value. Okay na, decimal point value ముందు వాల్యూ మనం సమ్ చేసినప్పుడు 10, 20 ఇచ్చామనుకోండి 30 అనే వాల్యూ ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది. ఒకవేళ ఫ్లోట్ అని ఇచ్చామనుకోండి 30 తర్వాత 30.6 zeros will be printed. Okay, easier. For example 1040 అని ఇచ్చాను. Okay, I'm getting the sum is 0. Okay, so give here I'm getting here the sum of two numbers is float అన్నాం కాబట్టి float తర్వాత decimal point తర్వాత 60 values are 6 zeros will be appeared. Okay na, but 6 zeros appear అవ్వదు, only 2 zeros appear అవ్వాలి. 50.00 అనే రావాలి at that particular point of view. Yes, here we will be specifying 0.2. Susana, you got only 50.00. Okay na? So in the same way, we will be doing for sum of 3 numbers, 4 numbers like this. Okay? So sum చేశారు, sum చేసిన తర్వాత average find out చేయాలి. So average అంటే obviously you will be having float only. Yes or no? So float I'll be giving AVG. Okay, so float AVG. So this logic will be same. So I can sum change average and be calculated. So I'll be giving that one as AVG to sum. Sum అన్నా కానీ sum అనేది ఇక్కడ మనం వేరియబుల్ ఏం తీసుకున్నాము c కదా. So that's what instead of sum we will be specifying c divided by 2.
Printer.
Dot 2
Four numbers is percentile F,
okay slash and close the double quotation
comma C, comma AVG.
3G. I've used the variable ABC. So I'll be using comma ABC. So here I have not used. So now save your program. So give some 30, 40. So sum is equal to, I got two numbers, sum is equal to 30 plus 40, 70, average of two numbers is 70 by 2, that is 35. So I'm getting 35. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
And in the same way, we'll be performing subtraction, multiplication, division, modulo division. Is it clear to everyone? Yes? No.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so in a similar way, we will be declaring an array. If ఒక variable ఒక value మనం store చేస్తాం కదా. So అలా కాకుండా if I want to read n number of values by making use of arrays. Okay. Here means I'll be giving the size here itself.
Yeah.
10 అన్నారు అంటే ఏంటి 10 వాల్యూస్ ని నేను రీడ్ చేయాలి. ఓకే సో 10 వాల్యూస్ ని రీడ్ చేయాలి అని అంటే ఇక్కడ ప్రింటర్స్ ఎంటర్ ద ఎలిమెంట్స్ అనాలి. ఏ అండ్ బి అనకూడదు. ఓకేనా? ఎంటర్ ది ఎలిమెంట్స్. ఇది చేయాలి కాబట్టి ఐల్ బి మేకింగ్ యూజ్ ఆఫ్ ఫర్ లూప్. ఫర్ I equals to 0, I then n, yes, I plus. This particular for loop, okay, I'll be reading. So ఈ scanf అనే దాన్ని ఏం చేయాలి? ఫర్ లూప్ లో పెట్టాలి. సో అన్ని ఎలిమెంట్స్ ని రీడ్ చేస్తాం. ఓకేనా? అన్ని ఎలిమెంట్స్ ని రీడ్ చేస్తాం. రీడ్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఓకే ఐ వాంట్ టు ప్రింట్. ఓకే ఫస్ట్ విల్ బి రీడింగ్ అండ్ ప్రింటింగ్ దట్ వాల్యూ. విల్ డిలీట్ దిస్. ఓకేనా? సో ఐ హావ్ read those values. Want to print all those values. So again, I'll be making use of first I equals to 0, okay, I less than n, okay, for I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus. Okay, then I'll be printing the values. So element elements are any channel float and channel so array elements are
Percentile.
okay and percentile f means I'll be writing here a of I is equal to 0 నుంచి తీసుకున్నాను కదా సో ఫస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ నుంచి n ఎలిమెంట్స్ వరకు నేను ప్రింట్ చేయాలి సో దట్స్ వాట్ I'll be making use of for loop here. Okay, array elements are first element ని స్టోర్ చేస్తుంది నెక్స్ట్ సెకండ్ ఎలిమెంట్ ఏదైతుందో అది ప్రింట్ చేస్తుంది. Now we'll try to execute. Okay, and what is that? I have not defined I, n and p. Okay, so 3 errors I am taking. So I need to declare here one particular variable in I, comma, where I have used the, yes, here in the scanf. I have not changed to this one. Okay, so ampersand of I am better. Okay. No error. Now control F9. So enter the element. So ఇక్కడ నేను size అనేది specify చేశానా? I didn't specify, right? So what I need to do? I need to specify here some n is equal to this element. Okay. So some 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. ఓకే సో అరే ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఆర్ 10 20 సో ఏవి ఇస్తానో అవి ఇక్కడ వచ్చాయి నేను ఫ్లోట్ అని డిక్లేర్ చేశాను బట్ నాకు ఇంట్ వాల్యూస్ నేను ఇన్పుట్ ఇచ్చాను బట్ నాకు అవుట్పుట్ వచ్చేప్పటికి ఏమొచ్చింది ఫ్లోటే వచ్చింది ఓకేనా లైన్ వచ్చింది సో చూసారా నేను న్యూ లైన్ ఆపరేటర్ని యూజ్ చేయలేదు కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ ఏమైంది ఫస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్ 10 ప్రింట్ అయింది దాని వెనక నెక్స్ట్ ఏమైంది అదే ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఆఫ్ 20 అని ఉంది సెకండ్ ఎలిమెంట్ ఓకే థర్డ్ ఎలిమెంట్ అని సో ఇప్పుడు నేను ఏం చేయాలి న్యూ లైన్ లో ప్రింట్ చేయాలి కాబట్టి వాట్ ఐల్ బి డూయింగ్ హియర్ ఐల్ బి మేకింగ్ యూజ్ ఆఫ్ న్యూ లైన్ ఆపరేటర్ ఓకేనా సేవ్ నౌ చెక్ సో సమ్ వాల్యూస్ ఐల్ గెట్ ఓకే 2.0 3.0 4.0 okay 5.0 6.0 అంతే ఏవైతే నేను ఇన్పుట్ ఇచ్చానో ఓకే అన్ని ఎలిమెంట్స్ ని సింగిల్ స్టేట్మెంట్ లో ఇచ్చాను అండ్ సేమ్ గా ప్రింట్ చేశాను ఇంతకుముందు నేను న్యూ లైన్ ఆపరేటర్ ఇవ్వలేదు కాబట్టి అన్ని పక్కనే వచ్చాయి నౌ ఐ హావ్ గివెన్ న్యూ లైన్ ఆపరేటర్ సో ఇట్ ఇస్ ప్రింటెడ్ లైక్ దిస్ okay so in the 6 zeros I don't want to print okay I want to print only the first two elements so I'll be using 0.2 here
0.2.
0. Yes ma what you want to print 0.2 okay so the same if you want to print 0.2 specify 0.2 okay so I'll begin 1 2 3 4 and 5 చూసారా వాట్ ఎవర్ ద ఇన్పుట్ ఐ హ్యావ్ గివెన్ ఓకే ఆ ఇన్పుట్ కి ఓన్లీ 2 zeros నే తీసుకుంది ఒకవేళ ఓన్లీ 1 0 కావాలి 0.1 అని ఇవ్వాలి
0.1.
4 zeros ప్రింట్ చేయాలి 0.4 ఓకేనా లైక్ దట్ యూ కెన్ రీడ్ అండ్ ప్రింట్ దోస్ పర్టికులర్ వాల్యూస్ అలాగే మీరు అరేని ఏంటి సమ్ ఆఫ్ అరే ఎడిషన్ అంటే మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ఎడిషన్ ని పర్ఫామ్ చేయండి సో మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ఎడిషన్ పర్ఫామ్ చేయాలంటే మీకు ఏముంటాయి రోస్ కాలమ్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా సో స్పెసిఫై ఏ ఆఫ్ 5 ఓకేనా బి అట్లాగే బికి కూడా 5 is for rows this is for rows and this is for columns okay then specify b
B5
and ఓకేనా సో రోస్ కి n తీసుకుంటాను కాలమ్స్ కి m తీసుకుంటాను అమ్మా
డి అది 5 బ్రేసెస్ మధ్యలో రాలేదు మన పక్కన వచ్చింది
యా ఐదు మంచిది థ్యాంక్ యూ మా ఓకేనా సో 2 లూప్స్ ని రోస్ కి కాలమ్స్ ని రీడ్ చేయాలి కాబట్టి I J అనేది తీసుకుంటాను okay I is for reading the rows J is for reading the column n here okay for example 3 by 3 matrix తీసుకుందాం so n is equals to 3 for specifying rows m is for specifying the column okay na so by default గా నేను a and b size ని a 5 అని ఇచ్చాను రెండు మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ని యాడ్ చేస్తాను యాడ్ చేసిన తర్వాత రిజల్ట్ స్టోర్ చేయాలి కదా సో I'll be making use of another matrix 5, 5 it is up to you ఓకేనా ఎంత సైజ్ ని స్పెసిఫై చేయాలి అని అంటే అంత సైజ్ ని స్పెసిఫై చేయొచ్చు ఓకేనా సో హియర్ I'll be giving scanf ఓకే percentile b ampersand a of ik సో రోస్ ని రీడ్ చేశాను and I also need to read the column so I'll be using for j equals to 0 okay కాలమ్స్ కదా కాలమ్ కాబట్టి j అంటాము ఓకేనా j less than m j plus okay j plus plus so read that particular value here okay so I'll specify here printf enter the element of ఓకేనా ఇట్లా రీడ్ చేస్తాం ఓకే ఇన్ ద సేమ్ వే అగైన్ రైట్ స్క్రీన్ ప్రింటర్ ఎంటర్ ది సో అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి సేమ్ మళ్ళీ స్టాండర్డ్ ని రాయాలి సో I'll be using ఫర్ 5 minutes now please Okay, for I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus. Okay, then in the same way, you need to read the column matrix also. So, first equals to 0, j less than n, j. What you have to write? You need to read the value of matrix B. So, scanf, okay, scanf, percentile D, okay, in the double quotes, okay.
Ma'am, what are n comma m, ma'am?
For specifying row size, ma'am. N is for specifying the row size, M is for specifying the column size. మీ matrix A, B అనేది 2 by 2 matrix, 2 by 3 matrix, 3 by 3, 4 by 3 matrix size ఉంటుంది కదా. So which size you want to take? Specify that particular size here. So అందుకని N, M. One for loop is used for specifying the rows and another for loop is for reading the column value. Okay? Is it clear, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So, I see. So, close inner for loop, close outer for loop. So, this is the element. These are the statements that I am going to use for reading the matrix A and matrix B. Okay, na? To read chesam. Now, what I need to do? I need to perform sum. Yes or no? So, I'll be atlage print cheyali anukondi. Same logic ni rasi instead of scanf, just write here printed. Okay? So, for example, me madam mom is waiting, ma. Okay, we'll try to execute in afternoon. Okay, so here I'll be using here printer. Okay, so remove this ampersand. So A value will be printed. Okay, in the same way, print the B matrix. Okay, so remove this scanf and just type printf and remove this A and just put B. Okay, so read chesamu, print chesamu. Now sum cheyali. So at that particular point of view, again use the same logic paste here. Okay, so remove this scanf. Okay, and do right here E of ij, A
P
of
of I, P of I.
ij. Okay, now print them. So paste same thing. Okay, so print here. Sum of 2 is equal to percentile D of ij. So these are the statements. Okay, so here use printf slash n. Proof. Row అయిపోయిన తర్వాత కాలమ్ ప్రింట్ అవ్వాలి కాబట్టి we'll be using here printf slash. Okay, in the same way, do for B matrix also.
Ma'am, printer spelling is wrong, ma'am.
One second. Okay. ఓకే 3/3 మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ఇస్తాను కాబట్టి 1 2 3 this will be getting. Okay, so I have to use spaces. Same program I'll explain in afternoon session whenever you are free. Just please let me know. I'll explain that one. Okay. Thank you all guys.
Thank you.
My ELAB programs execute చేసేటప్పుడు if you are having any doubts, okay, so please share your screen, try to execute all the programs. Okay, thank you all, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.